Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel CAT-XAT Turning Problems into Solutions. This is me Priyasha and today I'm going to get started with the first reading comprehension set under the Blitz Brigade program. So already you will find a lot of videos on reading comprehension. Some of my videos have the golden rules in it. You can definitely view them. I'm linking them up in the I button and also in the description box. And I also have done some PYQs for you all in a live session, which you can definitely check it out. The links have been added in the description box for one of them and also in the I button. But I would strongly recommend you guys to go through the QRS, that is a quick revision sheet where you can go to the verbal part and can search out the videos of your choice just by one click. Okay, so definitely go and check that out. Also, let me tell you that this RC has been shared in the Telegram group already. So if you haven't joined the Telegram group yet, please check the link in the description box to join up the free Telegram group where you will get the access to all the leading contents from this coaching materials, okay, which is enough for you to actually do self practice upon. And then you can also go forward and try these questions on your own. But the primary objective of watching this video is, I'm going to state it up very clearly, right? First thing, that as I said, Blitz Brigade is a workshop or a program where I am focusing on number one, slow learners, and number two, the learners who learn immediately, understand, but also very easily forget. So keeping this in mind, it is very important that just doing the PYQs is not enough. You have to make your foundation clear. And as I said in the beginning or the first 4 episodes of my Blitz Brigade, that Blitz Brigade is all about understanding the foundation, clearing up the concepts using questions. So one question is equivalent to one lesson. So whatever we will be learning in this RC, some of you might think that this might not directly come in the examination. That's absolutely true. But until and unless आपकी foundation strong and clear है, आप कितने भी PYQ solve कर लो, you can never assure yourself of accuracy in RCs. So therefore, let's start this video with a pledge that whatever we are learning here, we are clearing our doubts from the very basic roots, and we will work on it and practice more of it from the reading material provided in the Mega Drive link of the Telegram. Okay, you have to practice after watching this video, and always remember that when you are watching the solution of a reading comprehension, you should try to grasp the approach taken by the tutor. So right now I am solving this question with a certain approach. आपको बस इस पूरे वीडियो में ये समझना है कि प्रियाशा ने इस क्वेश्चन को कैसे सॉल्व किया है. And the third and the most important thing is the common errors. So my mom always says this, okay, and I believe you all should also do this, that don't do mistakes on your own and then lament over it and improve. The smarter ones are learning from the mistakes done by others. And now when social media is so active, you are actually able to know the mistakes done by others only by, watching their videos, or maybe talking to them, or just even having a check on their daily status. So if you are getting this opportunity, utilize it to the fullest and learn from the mistakes done by others. And that is what I will be talking about in this video step by step. So I'll recommend, instead of jumping over the video, you watch it only once, but watch it without skipping so that you see the full-fledged approach and also learn about the mistakes done by others so that you don't do it during your preparation or attempt to solve the question. So let's get started, guys, assuming that from now on the RC begins. Okay. As you know, if you have seen my videos before, I prefer reading the questions once so that I get a genuine idea that what should we focus on during reading the passage. But at the same time, I have been mentioning this thousands times that no one should actually go ahead and try to read the options, because आप options पढ़ोगे तो आपके answers biased हो जाएंगे. So don't read the options, just read the question. Which of the following statements can be inferred from the passage? So that means they have to understand a deeper level meaning of the passage here. Second question says identifying the type of passage, which is whether it is analytical or ABC. That will not read the passage. The third thing is which of the following options is not true according to the passage. So that's a direct data. If you understand कि अगर हम passage को directly पढ़ते हैं तो उसमें से direct facts को जोड़कर we can find out the answer of this question. This is inference based and this was also inference based question. Now coming down to question number 4, which of the following would be farthest in meaning to the word groom as used in the context of the passage? This is again a direct question, guys. The reason being that is, if you understand the meaning of groom and try to apply it directly in that sentence, your job is done, right? Then we come to the fifth question, that which of the following is a feature of EPO business? Again a direct question. Remember that Blitz Brigade series is not just oriented towards CAT, it is preparing you for CATs and OMETS simultaneously. अब कल को आपका अगर टेस्ट देने का मन किया तो आपको सेपरेटली कुछ वीडियोस देखने की या फिर कुछ अलग से पढ़ने की जरूरत नहीं है. आपकी फाउंडेशन क्लियर है तो कैट जैट टेस्ट क्या कोई भी एग्जाम आप निकाल लोगे. ऑलराइट. Then coming to the sixth and the last question of the passage can be concluded by saying, this is an inference one, because ये आपको passage से समझकर end करना है. So that is inference based. So if you see, out of 6 questions, I have 1 inference, 3 direct and 3 okay, so total 3 inference, 3 direct questions. So ये करने पर आप एक decision ले सकते हो कि whether you should do this passage now or you should come to this passage after some time, because जितने ज़्यादा inference based question होंगे, probability है that it becomes a little more complex over there. Okay, so let's get started with the passage, and I'll try to move forward as if I am actually solving this in the examination, but I'll be skimming through the lines and trying to understand bits and parts. एंड जहां पर मुझे लगा कि ये थोड़ा इंपॉर्टेंट है, वहां पर मैं आपको ज्यादा एम्फोसिस करके बोलूंगी. ओके, सो आई एम टेकिंग माय पॉइंटर हियर एंड नॉट स्क्रिबलिंग ऑन द स्क्रीन, because that opportunity is not given to you guys during your preparation, so I will also not take this opportunity. A few years ago it was called call centers, which were outsourced to India. Then came technical animation outsourcing. Now rapidly there is a new form of outsourcing which is called as EPO. So from this I understand that the entire passage is actually talking about one context called as EPO. EPO मेरा subject है इस पूरे के पूरे ये RC का. So I can make a note like this. Okay, coming back to the RC now. Sorry, second paragraph. Indian teachers are being looked upon by the US countries, UK and Australian companies to groom their children. With rapid development in online learning and all this stuff, we can see many people investing in technologies like VOAP, chat room and IEC. ये सब क्या है? ये सब बस एक डिस्क्रिप्शन है. किस चीज का? मेजर पॉइंट क्या है सेकेंड पैराग्राफ का? मेजर पॉइंट है ऑनलाइन लर्निंग में बूम. सो व्हाट कैन आई राइट डाउन हियर? ऑनलाइन लर्निंग. बिल्कुल स्क्रिबल कर देना है जो बस आपको समझ में आए. ऑलराइट, मूविंग फॉरवर्ड, थर्ड पैराग्राफ. स्टूडेंट्स फ्रॉम एनीवेयर अक्रॉस द ग्लोब आर हैविंग एक्सेस टू अ वेबसाइट, और उसी वेबसाइट पर टीचर भी आती है. इफ यू जस्ट रीड एंड अंडरस्टैंड दिस. ओके, नाउ द टेक्नोलॉजी यूज्ड इज दिस. सी, दीज आर ऑल ABC. आपको पूरे वर्ड्स भी पढ़ने की जरूरत नहीं है. द रीजन बीइंग दैट इज इट्स ओनली डिस्क्राइबिंग अबाउट द वेबसाइट or the platform where the student and the teacher can connect, but the primary idea is not checking whether you are a good developer or not. The primary idea is checking whether you are understanding samne wale ki bug or not. That's what we expect out of a manager. So point to be noted, guys, this is what we expect from a manager, that samne wala aakar aapke samne agar रो ना करे कि अरे यार मेरे साथ तो ये हो गया, वो हो गया, ये हो गया, वो हो गया, तो उस सारे कचड़े में से सिर्फ इंपॉर्टेंट चीज फिल्टर आउट करना ही रीडिंग कॉम्प्रिहेंशन के थ्रू आपके अंदर का मैनेजर खोज के निकालने का प्रोसेस है. ओके, सो मेक श्योर दैट यू डू दैट. सो इस पूरे से कचड़े से मैंने एक इंपॉर्टेंट चीज निकाली है कि एनीवेयर अक्रॉस द ग्लोब एक टीचर एक स्टूडेंट के साथ कनेक्ट कर सकता है, and the teacher can attend the session simultaneously with multiple students using different links, and generally it is of an hour, so it gets takes or gives you enough of time to ask questions. So from the next paragraph I understand that a website through which teacher and student connect. All right, that's what I understood. Now coming back to the fourth paragraph. So sorry, I'm just not having a good throat today. There can be 3 methodologies to conduct online tutoring. Okay, the first line itself is more than enough to speak about. अब हम समझ गए कि इसके आगे जो भी होगा वो 3 डिफरेंट टाइप्स को डिस्क्राइब करेगा. पहला मोस्ट एक्सपेंसिव है बट बेनिफिशियल है. तो कौन कौन से टर्म्स मैंने इसके साथ असाइन किए? 1-on-1 के साथ मैंने 2 एडजेक्टिव्स किए. एडजेक्टिव्स आपके लिए इंपॉर्टेंट हो सकते हैं. ओके, सो 1-on-1 सेशंस के लिए 2 टर्म्स हैं, एक्सपेंसिव and beneficial. All right, when you are done with that, come back to the main paragraph. which allows you tutoring companies to create customized plan. Okay, that's well understood. Second type is virtual classroom, where small learning groups are there, no adjectives associated to it if you observe. And the third is the webinars, which are for large groups, building awareness and transferring technologies. So basically in this paragraph we learned about three types. Okay, and one such type is one on one, another one is web seminars, and the another one is a small classroom. Okay, so basically there are no adjectives I got for it, but I got some adjectives for one on one session. That will be helpful. Now the last paragraph. For online tutoring, 24/7 learning is now a norm, especially with the children or the learners living practically in every time zone. So the focus has been placed a lot many times in the paragraph depending upon the different time zones in which the teacher and the students are. So we will definitely point it out in our notes as well. And their unpredictable learning habits. For teachers, apart from being competent in their field, they also need to have an expertise over the web. So that is also important point here. The major subjects are dash dash dash, which might not be important to us. So let's come back and write that the last paragraph में हमने क्या सीखा. Last paragraph में हमने सीखा कि different time zones पे हम operate करते हैं. Okay, and also that टीचर की क्वालिफिकेशन में दो पॉइंट्स है. सब्जेक्ट मैटर एक्सपर्ट तो उनको होना ही है, बट साथ साथ should be technologically sound also, good over web. All right, so दोनों वे में बेहतर होनी चाहिए. अब based on our points which we have collected, let us go and solve these questions. Pehla question, first of all, here you see which of the following statements can be inferred from the passage. When the word infers comes, there is a possibility that it's directly not mentioned in the passage. So there is no scope of EPO. The word no scope is wrong. We just started the entire paragraph talking about the upcoming rise of EPO in Indian history, so that there's literally no point of talking like this. Next, coming down to the second point, online tutoring is student friendly. Yes, because different time zone वाले बच्चे, different learning habits वाले बच्चे पढ़ सकते हैं. So far I can say this is correct, but it is a damn rule of every RC, CR or decision making question you attempt that you have to read all the options before you finalize your answer. So let's read the third option as well. There has been an increase in the number of internet subscribers, which is nowhere mentioned in the passage, but this is an alert area. My dear friends, please put your full attention and understand where the majority audience goes wrong. I have given this question to a couple of students for directly to solve, and I have found that around 68% of students fall for this option, which is actually not correct. Why do they fall for it? Because they think that second वाला option तो बिल्कुल directly given है ना पैसेज में, और हमें इन्फर करने के लिए बोला गया है. तो उन्होंने क्या गलती की? They considered infer as assumption, which is the most biggest mistake they have done ever. Okay, this is wrong. Inference and assumptions are not correct. Option C is the correct. Inference wrong. It is the correct assumption. We are assuming that internet subscribers बढ़ने की वजह से online tutoring या EPO में boom है. This is an assumption. Please remember, not an इन्फरेंस. इन्फरेंस और अजम्पशन के बीच का डिफरेंस जानने के लिए मैंने वीडियो पिन की हुई है, उस वीडियो को डेफिनेटली जाकर देखें. एंड क्रिटिकल रीजनिंग पे काम करना अभी से शुरू कर देगा, इज नो मैटर विच एवर एग्जाम यू आर टारगेटिंग. Option 4, the concept of EPO is only a fantasy and cannot be practically supported by India. Well, this is again going completely opposite to what we have discussed all the way through the passage. We are saying that यहाँ पर काफी scope है, तो that does not make any sense. So number 2 is the correct answer for us in this question. फटाफट चलते हैं सेकंड वाले पे. सेकंड वाला एक्चुअली आपके रूट्स पे काम करेगा, सो प्लीज अंडरस्टैंड दिस बेटर. आपको मुझे बताना है कि ये पैसेज एनालिटिकल था, नरेटिव था, descriptive था या argumentative था. So let me tell you the meaning of each one of them. When I say a passage is analytical, it asks the audience or the readers to contemplate on it, to understand it, and to give a what kind of review on it. Like, what do you think we are doing with the child labor in India right now? These type of things are actually analytical in nature, or something mathematical or scientific, that though we are progressing on these numbers but still we are not good in these numbers. These kind of passages come under the category of analytical. और ऐसा कोई number talk तो हो नहीं रहा था हमारे साथ यहाँ पर, तो therefore analytical is out. Then comes narrative. When I say narrative, it is a form of story. So in the form of a story, the entire setup is different. So this passage is not a story, because story में एक main character होता है, एक plot होता है, but all of these things were missing. So it's not narrative as well. Now when we come to descriptive, yes, we are describing the subject, which is EPO and online tutoring. So therefore option C looks good to me till I go and check the last option. Argumentative nahi ho sakta, because argumentative type passages are actually making an attempt to make a point. And if the passage is not trying to attempt to make a point, it's not an argumentative essay at all. So therefore option number C is the correct answer for the second question. Moving forward to the third question. Which of the following is not true according to the passage? नॉट को प्लीज थोड़ा ध्यान से पढ़ लिया कीजिए, क्योंकि बहुत लोग हड़बड़ी में क्वेश्चन सॉल्व करने के चक्कर में नॉट भूल जाते हैं. द लीस्ट एक्सपेंसिव मेथड इज वेब सेमिनार्स. The most expensive is one-on-one. Now I told you, right? Go back to your notes. The two adjectives I have is beneficial and expensive. So of course, yes, this is true. The most beneficial, yes, it is true. The teachers need to have expertise over the web. True. This was one I found out here. But have we ever discussed this thing? Have we ever discussed that web seminars are least expensive? We just discussed that web seminars are something which will help us to address a larger group of people and build awareness and transfer knowledge. And therefore, something which is not directly given in the passage is not true according to the passage. Again, यहाँ पे बहुत सारे लोग फंसते हैं, because they put their assumption कि अगर one on one most expensive है तो webinars जिसमें बहुत सारे लोग आएंगे वो automatically सस्ता हो जाएगा. But this assumption was never asked. They are saying according to the passage, not according to you. So please read the sentence carefully. The answer is option 1 for this third question. Now coming to the fourth question, which of the following would be the farthest in the meaning? What is the meaning of farthest in the meaning? That means बिल्कुल ही दूर. हिंदी में लिख रही हूँ मैं, दूर means very far away. That means not matching with the word groom in the context. So where was groom in the context, guys? We were talking about grooming their students right here. So when we are talking about grooming the students, we are talking about training them, teaching them, educating them. So I am 100% sure that tutoring, habituating and educating looks all correct with respect to the groom we used in the second paragraph, but the word deprive has a negative meaning and the word groom has a positive meaning, and therefore the farthest in the meaning will be option 4. I hope that you all have got it right. Then going down to the fifth one, which of the following is a feature of EPO? Remember, it's a direct question, passage को अच्छे से पढ़ना पड़ेगा. And coming back to this, if I see the passage carefully, EPO makes it possible to deliver education irrespective of any location. Looks cool, but I cannot finalize it until I read the other options. One need not be computer literate is wrong. One needs to be. It is an older concept, not mentioned, out of scope. The concept of EPO has not actually materialized any of the countries. Absolutely wrong. We are just talking about India being a booming sector in this. So therefore the answer is option 1 for the fifth question. Finally, moving to the last question for the day, the passage can be concluded by saying that India might have to face a brain drain out of concept or out of subject or out of whatever you say. Why? Because brain drain के concept के बारे में हमने अभी तक कोई पढ़ाई नहीं की in the entire passage, so it's out of context. Banks and other financial institutions will introduce new schemes, again not mentioned, so we cannot conclude with something which is not mentioned in the passage. Also remember that the moment you deduct one option, you know that all of these also cannot be the option. So now we are left with our only correct answer without even reading, and that is option 3, which says online tutoring has made round the clock education a reality across the globe, which is absolutely correct, which we also wrote in our notes that different time zones can learn every time. And with this comes the last and the most important question for the day. How was the session, guys? Please comment करने में और like करने में कंजूसी ना करें. अगर वीडियो देख रहे हो और जरा सा भी पसंद आया, कुछ नया सीखा, तो make sure that you comment below and let me know. Your comments really make my day. So comment below and let me know. Do like this session and also Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done that. And a common genuine request for all of you, do share this video with more and more people, guys, so that they get to know that someone is putting in a little bit of effort to make sure that everyone gets their concept clear, and you're not clearing CAT or any other examination. Just like that, you are also working on yourself. So take care everyone, study hard, and अगर वीडियो पसंद आया हो तो definitely comment करके बताना. See you in the next one, guys. Take care and collect this from the Telegram group. Thank you. Bye bye.